Seemingly, LeBron was right. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. Jay-Z now added in the ongoing P. Diddy case and is now being accused of sexually assaulting a 13-year-old girl in September of 2000. All right, so Slate News reports on October, a suit was filed against Combs by an unnamed woman who claimed that the hip-hop mogul assaulted her at an MTV Video Music Awards after party in September of 2000 when she was 13 years old. The accuser alleged that she was attempting to get into the award show when she encountered Combs' limousine driver, who she claims she successfully talked into inviting her into an after party. When she arrived at the after party later that evening, the Jane Doe claimed she was told to sign a non-disclosure agreement, and she accepted one drink that she believed was drugged, according to the original suit filed. When the plaintiff went into an empty bedroom to lie down, Combs and two previously unnamed celebrities, one male, one female, entered the room. The accuser claims Combs and the unnamed celebrity took turns sexually assaulting her while the other parties watched.
Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get!
Before she eventually escaped and fled to a nearby gas station. Now, as you all know, this case is getting thick and thick. And if I'm not mistaken, a few weeks ago, LeBron James actually exited from Twitter because of negative comments. And we all figured that some celebrity moguls, the upper echelons of Hollywood and things of that nature, would also come up in Diddy's case. We were just waiting on when. Now, we do have a short clip from an attorney named Robert Sparks, who breaks this newly amended lawsuit down in detail because, hey, I am not the expert. I'm just the content creator. So let's hear what he's got to say.
Yeah, I don't know what Sean Carter's doing here. It makes no sense to me. Sean Carter, i.e. Jay-Z, gets named now as the main defendant in a rape case out of New York by trial attorney Tony Busby. We're seeing Sean Carter come out now and defend himself online, putting out statements. The thing that pops up is not immediately innocence and guilt. It's how did it get this far? Carter starts attacking Tony Busby, saying, hey, he sent me a demand letter and he's trying to extort me. Well, newsflash, and Jay-Z's people know this, that every lawsuit starts with a demand letter. Everybody gets put on notice that they have a claim and gives them an opportunity to resolve. Now, if you believe in your innocence, that's fine. But here, what does innocence have to do with this? He has too much exposure going forward. These are heinous allegations. He even says it himself. Now you're getting tied to Sean Combs, who's indicted and standing trial for racketeering and extortion cases, just horrific stuff, RICO violations. And now Carter's brand is being brought into this, is being alleged that he a 13-year-old. I hear you. I understand the defenses if you're Sean Carter. Hey, 24 years ago, you have an anonymous source, an anonymous victim. It looks like it's just a shakedown by an ambulance attorney. Well, look at it on the other side. Do you really think Tony Busby, who's a powerhouse trial attorney out of Houston, Texas, who's taken down monster verdicts and literally just got appointed by the Attorney General to take on investment firms on behalf of Texas, moves forward on a lawsuit if it's a bluff? It just doesn't make sense to me. You got to believe that Busby would say, hey, look, I'm not going to allow this case to come down to a he said, she said. Busby knows that the anonymous victim is going to have to be disclosed. They know this anonymous victim is going to have to take depositions. So there has to be more evidence. A bluff would be, hey, I sent you a demand letter saying that we believe you caused these injuries to my client. We're asking for this much money. You say no, and nothing happens. Busby didn't do that. He called his bluff and he took it public. And in fact, he went as far as to say, you know what, we're amending the complaint where we had you as celebrity A that was watching the rape, but now we have enough evidence and believe you were the one who actually committed the rape. Now, John Carter's team will attack that and they're going to say, you didn't even know what you were doing. But my point is, this can't be a bluff. And my point is, I don't understand what Jay-Z is doing coming out in the public. He's putting out these statements that Busby's going to use against him. Literally, Carter is saying he represents the heinous nature, he understands it, and that it rises to the level that it's so bad because it's that it should be a criminal prosecution. I could think of nothing better as a trial attorney to use those words against a defendant in a deposition. Remember, you're in the civil context. Busby's going to be able to depose everybody. He's going to be able to get to Combs. He's going to be able to get to Carter. He's going to be able to get to witnesses. They're talking about limousine drivers. Now, yes, there may be a victim issue, but at the end of the day, everybody says, hey, this was 24 years ago. Yeah, let me know how that turned out for Bill Cosby. At the end of the day, I don't understand why Carter's people are letting him get out there and plead this innocence. I get it from a position that you want to get out in front of the jury. You want to claim your innocence. I just think that they're messing up with the wrong tactic by trying to attack the trial lawyer, because this is not a shakedown of Vontae's situation. This is a real heavyweight lawyer that knows what he's doing. And Sean Carter better be real careful.
All right, well, you saw that. So seemingly Robert Sparks does not believe that this is a bluff by the alleged victim's attorney. I know that he did clap back at the attorney and said that, you know, this is a attorney that does these bluffs and tries to extort people for money. And, you know, it just makes me think of all the black elites that get caught in this whirlwind of underage women. You know, it's rarely drugs with these elites when it comes to their crimes. It's usually some type of tax evasion or something with underage women, and it's seemingly more rampant in the black variety of Hollywood elites. You've got R. Kelly. We all know the case about him. We've got the once beloved, now shamed Bill Cosby, who was accused multiple years later of drugging women and having his way. Sean Combs has been caught on video physically assaulting a woman, that be of Cassie. And now he's under investigation for racketeering and, I believe, sex trafficking, amongst other erroneous activities. Now we're throwing Jay-Z in the mix. And I'll be honest, in the court of public opinion, although we may have thunk it, we still don't believe that Jay-Z would be involved in such things, because, you know, he met Beyonce at the age of 18, allegedly. And they have a pretty decent age gap. I believe it's about 12 years. So they tried to bring that up as a some type of evidence that he would be capable of such things. I don't think that holds merit. I think more people uphold Jay-Z, like I said, in the court of public opinion, a little higher than it comes to Diddy. You gotta understand, Jay-Z is a married man. He's been married for quite some time. When we think of Jay-Z, we think of Beyonce. When we think of Beyonce, we think of Jay-Z. These two are a couple. They have beautiful kids together. He seems like a consummate gentleman. And businessman and rap mogul. You got to understand, Jay-Z has 13 solo albums, 10 multi-platinum albums, and has a net worth of about 2.5 billion. Yes, I said billions of dollars. It kind of makes me wonder why guys would take advantage of underage women, especially women at any cost or at any rate should not be taken advantage of. But it always, raises a red flag with these Hollywood elites in the black variety that you seem to always be tied up with underage women. I find it strange that these elites that are worth millions of dollars then billions of dollars now would be involved of such heinous crimes. We are going to pay close attention to this. Now, amongst the Hollywood elites, Stephen A. Smith, host of ESPN and also host of his own podcast, if you will, on YouTube, you have to check out this video where he surprisingly defends the black conservative in this epic rant. Don't touch that dial. We're going to get into that right now.
Hold up. Worst.